For centuries, the human body endured lives of relentless physical labor. Men and women rose before dawn, worked fields with hand tools, hauled stone for cathedrals, walked miles each day, and endured harsh winters without modern medicine or supplements. Broken bones healed, muscles endured, teeth often lasted a lifetime. Chronic disease was rare enough to be unremarkable. And yet today, surrounded by abundance, comfort, and endless food choices, bodies fail earlier and more often. Fatigue has become normal. Inflammation is common. Weakness is expected. Food, once the foundation of strength, has become a source of illness. This is not because medieval people were genetically superior. It is because their food was. Modern society speaks endlessly about nutrition, yet consumes food farther removed from nourishment than any generation in history. Calories are abundant, protein powders line shelves, vitamin supplements promise health in capsules, and still deficiencies are widespread. Metabolic disease rises, autoimmune disorders expand, muscle loss begins earlier with each generation. The paradox is not accidental. Modern food is designed for speed, shelf life, uniformity, and profit. Crops are bred for yield, not mineral density. Livestock is raised for efficiency, not nutrient richness. Processing strips food of its complexity, then attempts to repair the damage through chemical enrichment. Medieval diets were the opposite. They were slow, regional, seasonal, unrefined, built around whole systems rather than isolated nutrients, and the human body evolved to thrive on exactly that. To understand medieval strength, we must abandon the modern idea of food as individual components, protein, carbohydrates, fat, and return to how food functioned historically, as an integrated biological system. Medieval people did not eat macros, they ate ecosystems. Grains were grown in living soil enriched by manure and crop rotation, not synthetic fertilizer. Animals grazed on diverse pasture, accumulating micronutrients from dozens of plant species. Vegetables were harvested close to ripeness and eaten fresh or preserved naturally. Food was not separated from land, season, or labor. This connection shaped bodies that were resilient, adaptable, and strong. Bread was the cornerstone of medieval nutrition, but it bore little resemblance to modern bread. Medieval grains were grown as landrace varieties, genetically diverse strains adapted over centuries to local soil, rainfall, and climate. Einkorn, emmer, spelt, and rye dominated fields. These grains contained fewer chromosomes, simpler protein structures, and far higher mineral density than modern wheat. Stone milling preserved the grain's germ and bran, maintaining magnesium, zinc, iron, B vitamins, and essential fatty acids. Roller milling, introduced in the industrial era, removed these components to extend shelf life, gutting bread of its nutritional foundation. Fermentation transformed grain into nourishment. Sourdough cultures broke down anti-nutrients like phytic acid, unlocking minerals for absorption. Natural bacteria pre-digested proteins, reducing inflammation and easing digestion. Slow fermentation lowered glycemic response, delivering sustained energy rather than sugar spikes. Medieval bread did not weaken the body, it sustained it. Protein in the medieval world came from animals raised slowly, not engineered for rapid mass. Livestock grazed on open pasture, accumulating omega-3 fatty acids, fat-soluble vitamins, and trace minerals absent from grain-fed animals. Muscle, organ meat, fat, bone broth, and connective tissue were all consumed, providing collagen, glycine, and micronutrients modern diets discard. Nothing was wasted. Organ meats, liver, heart, kidneys, supplied vitamin A, B12, copper, and iron in concentrations no supplement can replicate. Bone broths simmered for hours extracted calcium, phosphorus, gelatin, and amino acids critical for joint and connective tissue health. Modern protein isolates muscle from context. Medieval diets nourished the entire system. Contrary to modern fear, medieval diets were not low-fat. Animal fat was prized. Butter, lard, tallow, and rendered fats fueled labor-intensive lives. These fats carried vitamins A, D, E, and K, essential for bone density, immune function, hormone production, and muscle recovery. Crucially, these fats came from animals raised on natural forage, not industrial feed. Fat supported endurance rather than obesity because it was consumed in balance with fiber, protein, and micronutrients. It burned slowly, sustaining effort across long hours of work. Modern industrial seed oils disrupted this balance, introducing unstable fats that promote inflammation and oxidative stress. Medieval fat strengthened. Modern fat confuses. Vegetables in medieval diets were not abundant, but they were powerful. Root vegetables, leafy greens, wild herbs, and seasonal plants provided antioxidants, minerals, and phytonutrients far denser than modern produce. Soil, rich in organic matter, transferred trace elements into plants, elements missing from chemically fertilized fields today. Cooking methods preserved nutrients. Stews simmered slowly. Fermentation preserved vegetables while increasing vitamin content. Cabbage became sauerkraut. Milk became cheese. Grains became bread that fed gut bacteria rather than harming it. Food was preserved through biology, not chemicals. Refined sugar did not exist. Sweetness came from honey or dried fruit, consumed sparingly. Blood sugar spikes were rare, and insulin resistance virtually unknown. Meals centered on complexity, not sweetness. This alone reshaped metabolism. Strength is not built by food alone, but by how the body applies it. Medieval labor was varied: lifting, walking, carrying, digging, climbing. Muscles worked in coordination, joints strengthened through movement, and bones adapted to stress. Modern sedentary life disconnects nourishment from function. Calories become surplus instead of fuel. Muscles weaken without use. Joints deteriorate without load. Medieval diets matched medieval lives. Modern diets clash with modern inactivity. Modern research increasingly validates ancient practice. Studies show pasture-raised meat contains higher omega-3 ratios and fat-soluble vitamins. Fermented foods improve gut microbiome diversity, immune regulation, and nutrient absorption. Whole grains slow glucose response and stabilize insulin. The body evolved under these conditions. When food aligns with biology, strength emerges naturally. When it doesn't, weakness appears as disease. We lost soil. We lost fermentation. We lost diversity. We lost patience. Food became a product rather than a process, and bodies reflect that loss. The lesson is not to abandon modern life, it is to restore principles. Choose whole foods over refined ones. Favor slow fermentation where possible. Value animal products raised on natural diets. Eat with seasonality and simplicity. Move daily, not occasionally. Eat food that once lived, not food that was manufactured. Strength follows alignment, not supplementation. Medieval bodies were not strong by accident. They were the result of food grown in living soil, prepared with time, eaten in rhythm with labor, and respected as nourishment rather than entertainment. We did not evolve past this wisdom. We abandoned it. And yet it waits patiently, still capable of restoring strength where modern systems fail. If this knowledge resonated with you, if you believe the past still holds answers worth rediscovering, like this video, subscribe, and share it with others searching for what was forgotten. Because some knowledge was never wrong, it was only buried.